Hey everyone, hope you're having a good Friday. It is the end of the week, and I want to share a passage that I am actually going to share a little bit in the message on Sunday, but I also wanted to share it because it's really one of the things that I love about Paul. He is probably, if I could meet anyone outside of Jesus, he would be the one I'd want to meet because of just his unique personality, sometimes the harshness and aggressiveness that he could say things with, and then he could say things that are so tender. And so I just love the man that he is and the change and the transformation that he had. And the passage I want to look at today is from Romans chapter 7. I just love what Paul says. And I think maybe for the next week or two, it just might be a bunch of passages of some of my favorite sayings from Paul. I'd like to really do it from Isaiah as well. And so that might be the next period of time. Then get to eventually some of your scriptures that you've sent me. So in Romans 7, Paul's talking about the law versus sin. And he comes to verse 15 and he says this, and I'm going to skip a few verses here and there because I want to get to the main point. He says, "For I do not understand my own actions. For I do not do what I want, but I do the very thing I hate. For I know that nothing good dwells in me, that is, in my flesh. For I have the desire to do what is right, but not the ability to carry it out. For I do not do the good I want, but the evil I do not want is what I keep on doing." And I love that from Paul because Paul's this guy who talks about faith and about grace and about the fruit of the Spirit and so much of who we are called to be. And he seems like there's nothing at all that could ever be wrong with Paul, that he is the perfect person. And then he writes something like this. And that is just so cool, that he could say that and say, yeah, folks, you know what? I mess up too. I mess up. And ultimately in verse 24, he says, "Wretched man that I am, who will deliver me from this body of death?" And he gives us the answer. Thanks be to God through Jesus Christ our Lord. You see, on our own, we can't save ourselves. We will remain that wretched man or wretched woman. But only through faith in God can we find that healing, find that wholeness. Yes, we're going to mess up today. We're going to mess up tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 10 years from now. As much as we strive for perfection, we're not going to get it. It's not going to happen. We can move closer. We can grow holier. We could be more Christ-like. But we're still going to mess up. Mistakes are always part of the ballgame. But we are so blessed that we have a God who forgives us. That when we come to him and say, "Lord, I messed up. Would you forgive me?" He forgives us. The hard part is our call to forgive one another. And then, ultimately, to forgive ourselves. Good words from Paul. Good words for the weekend. Have a great weekend. Hope to see you on Sunday or see you on Facebook. God bless you.